Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Criterion Connection. I'm Wade.
And I'm Joe.
We're here to talk about a David Lynch film, a new David Lynch film, because we've done all of them so far on Criterion Connection. This one came out yesterday on Blu-ray DVD. It is David Lynch's sophomore feature film, The Elephant Man. Everyone's heard of Anthony Hopkins. Everyone's heard of John Hurt. This is them before they were like iconic.
Well, at this point, Anthony Hopkins is on the rebound, I believe. Maybe it could have been a couple years later, but he had been seen at he was Laurence Olivier's understudy, and then got real heavy into drinking in the 70s. So this is kind of him on his bounce back, or maybe just prior to his bounce back. Because he was unhireable for a while.
That's surprising.
Yeah, and John Hurt. I mean, this is before 1984. Alien had been probably shot and may have come out at this point.
I think Alien came out in 1979.
You're catching these guys kind of when they're hitting their stride.
Yes. And also David Lynch. He just came off of Eraserhead. A little backstory. This is produced by Mel Brooks' company. And Mel Brooks picked David Lynch to direct this.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's interesting comment because everyone thinks Mel Brooks is this comedic kind of person. But he was like, I really want to do this. And he saw Eraserhead and he's like, you got to do it. You got to do it, David.
Yeah, well,
And
it's kind of based on the book about Joseph Merrick, who's
yes.
often called John Merrick,
Yes.
like he is in this movie. But yeah, it was a big deal. They were going to adapt this book, and Mel Brooks, being one of the producers, thought that David Lynch would be perfect for it, and spoiler alert, he was.
Yeah, spoiler alert, he was. Yeah, let's just dive into the movie. I really like this movie a lot. Like, I'm just gonna straight up say it. At the end, I was a little verklempt. So I was a little bit teary eyed
Yeah,
because you get really invested in John as a character.
yes, it's it's one of those, if you're only familiar with David Lynch for kind of weirder stuff, you forget how much pathos he can inject into a movie, and this is one. A Straight Story is another later on when David Lynch works for Disney.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, this was actually the first David Lynch movie I had seen. This is before I even knew who David Lynch was, didn't pay attention to who directors were, and I had seen this a long time ago, on a classic movies channel, and it's an amazing emotional ride.
Yeah, I've never seen the movie until recently, till this show. I knew I was gonna like the movie straight from like the beginning. You get these visions, and then they show Anthony Hopkins in like a top hat in this weird carnival area, and I'm like, this is David Lynch right here. David Lynch would thrive in carnival kind of ideals. Like you see these light bulbs flickering. I'm like, of
Mm-hmm.
course, that's just classic. I love is when Anthony Hopkins sees John for the first time, and
Oh,
like the
when he
camera,
gets the private showing,
yeah, the camera kind of gets a little closer, and his eyes open. It's just his reaction time.
and he
It's
just
so good.
one tear.
Anthony Hopkins, he's just got that it. I think it's his eyes that really draw you in.
A great was it Frederick Treves?
Yes,
Yeah,
he plays great in this. He's very sympathetic kind of character. Like one of the great moments is like,
when he's double guessing himself,
yes, yes,
it's a great scene.
yeah. He's like, am I just as bad as what is his name?
Bites.
Bites. Yeah, is am I just as bad as Bites? Like, am I just a different perspective, but it's the same, like, kind of like, am I still treating John bad? And his wife's like, no, you're treating him pretty good.
But I mean, you can see where he's coming from.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
He's
yeah.
just like that's what the movie is so much about. And I mean, and the character John like has gone through so much, like he can't quite grasp, like it just seems better because he's in better clothes and he's treated better, but he's still treated as a sideshow act
Yes,
at a
but
certain
more,
point.
but more
And
for a medical school than the
you
W
know,
than
it's
citizens.
for, not just the doctors, but like the highest society now. This is your upscale freak show.
Yeah,
And that's where, Anthony Hopkins has that kind of moment of realization, like, I'm just doing the same thing.
yeah,
And it just, him and his wife just kind of help him realign with his goals.
yeah,
See, the original goal was not just to study him, but to make him, once he sees kind of how he lives and how he's treated, wants him to have a better life.
yeah. I I really appreciate. There's one thing that he does in the beginning I really appreciate is he doesn't fully show John
Not for
for
a long time.
for like, and the first time you actually see him head on is when the nurse walks in and screams.
Hmm.
Her first reaction to him is our first reaction to him, so we're startled as well. We sympathize with him, but like with that scream, it kind of triggers you to be like shocked. But you've been like following this character for like 20, 30 minutes. Like you shouldn't be shocked. You should be feeling bad for him, but it's just that general shock. Uh like when he's with that hospital administrator, I forget his name. But like, when he's like kind of repeating the same thing that,
So
Frederick told him.
okay, so that's what's it, Carl Grom or something like that?
Okay.
He's like kind of the head of the board.
Yeah.
Um, that was John Gielgud's character. That's all I can think of.
Yeah, so
Uh,
he was
he,
nervous before he came in. I'm like, you feel so through that makeup. You see John hurt. You see his nervousness. Even when he stutters, it's like it's so good.
yeah, and that's kind of your telltale like David Lynch movie. Like the performances are so great.
There's also industrial pipes.
Yes, lots of them, and machines.
Yeah,
How
and
could they
weird
exist? These
visions.
these abominations of machines. Um, but yeah, it's such a telltale David Lynch thing to have great performers putting on great performances. And
Yeah.
John Hurt is amazing in this movie.
Yes.
So much he conveys through all of those prosthetics with his voice, with his, even just so much in body language and being restricted because of the deformities that Joseph Merrick has that
Yeah.
they're emulating. Like still being able to perform while carrying that over. Like it's just amazing.
Yeah.
One of the great physical performances of all time.
Yeah. And the effects are great too. If you look at a picture of the real Joseph Merrick, I mean, it's pretty spot on.
Yeah. And,
Uh,
and just seeing how like Anthony Hopkins plays off of him, John Gielgud plays off of him. Like there's so many great performances. I don't remember the
even
actress's name, but the one who plays the theater actress
yeah,
who introduces him to Shakespeare.
yeah. No, you're Romeo. That line, I put that in my notes. No, you're Romeo. Oh, Jesus, why are you doing this to me? Um. Also good actors. They're real pieces of crap in the movie, but they are pretty good pieces of crap. The guy who plays Bites is despicable.
Oh yeah, Freddie Jones. Yeah.
And Night Porter, the Night Porter.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, screw him. The
He
one
kind
scene
of.
that,
What bothers me is I don't know if it's a real accent or not, but like it just seems really put on.
yeah,
Like uber Cockney accent.
yeah. And then like one scene that's just so disturbing is like when the mob comes into his room and drunk, they pour alcohol in his mouth. He's passed out. Like David Lynch adds that music that's really dissonant, and it makes you just really hate that scene. It's pretty unsettling.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what else did I put on my notes here? Oh, I cried my eyeballs out when basically he's accepted into the home for like forever.
Yeah.
Like, this is your home, and it's like, this is my home, and I'm like, oh, why are you doing this to me, David Lynch? Why are you doing this to me? It is your home, guy. And then damn bites ruins it all.
Yeah, because there's a couple scenes there. There's that one, and then there's the one where Anthony Hopkins brings him to his home to meet his
Mm-hmm.
wife,
Mm-hmm.
and he like breaks down. He's like, marveling at how nice people are to him
Yeah.
for the first time in his life.
Yeah, you're my friends.
And he's connecting with them, and he shows the picture of his mother, which we never know if it's his mother or not.
Yeah.
And that's like that's even sadder.
Yeah. Well, at the end, it goes full David Lynch with like the crossfade of like the mother's face saying this poem. Like, this is so David Lynch. This is like classic. But yeah, like, this movie is great. I cannot praise it anymore on how good it is.
Yeah, and this
It's
is
up there.
one. This is one that, like, when I talk with other David Lynch fans, and a lot of them know him for, Blue Velvet or, Mulholland Drive or Eraserhead. I'm like, just wait till you get to Elephant Man, because it's a great, like, and it's not even a weird movie. It's just a great movie.
Yes, it's just
And,
it's a great movie. It's David Lynch not going full David Lynch.
yeah,
It's David Lynch. He's giving you enough to have that directorial signature on it.
yeah, and it. I mean, it's a shame that his filmography isn't quite impeccable, but all but one movie, I mean, it's still pretty damn good.
Yeah,
Where all of your movies except for one are fantastic.
yeah, and they all feel different too.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
well, who knows? Maybe Lost Highway will get a Criterion release, or Wild at Heart,
I'm waiting
or
for Inland Empire.
yeah, Inland Empire. Would you recommend The Elephant Man by David Lynch?
I would.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to explain it further. I think we've explained. I think we talked about this movie a lot right now. Like, we praised it so much in this episode. I think it's pretty obvious that we're gonna recommend it. You know what? I'm not gonna recommend it. I say you should skip it. I'm kidding. Go watch it. Go check. I'm definitely gonna put that Elephant Man in my Amazon cart or my Criterion cart, whichever. I am not sure if it is on the Criterion channel yet, but it's pretty easy accessible. You can probably get on Amazon. I rented it on Amazon Video.
I rented it on Amazon Video as well.
Or instead of just doing that, just buy the movie. I'm just gonna tell you, you don't have to rent it. Buy it from Criterion. Buy it now. Do it now. That's about it for Racerhead. Sorry, Elephant Man. Let us know in the comment section below what you think about Elephant Man, and you can subscribe, share, and like this video and channel. We have a letterbox. Search Criterion Connection. You'll find a letterbox list of all the movies that we have done. So you don't have to scroll through our YouTube. You can just go through here. What movies have you not seen? Watch them, and then watch our reviews for them. So until next time, I'm Wade.
And I'm still Joe.
And we will see you later.